Brent, I was perusing through my closet today, and I found something that, it reminded me of a story.
Oh, tell me more.
Do you happen to remember the sleepover that you had in Chelmsford?
Oh, the crazy one that we were never allowed to have sleepovers again afterward. That one?
The one and only sleepover that we had, that you had, and subsequently banned both of us from ever having sleepovers again. Yes, that one.
Well, we were heinous, and there was a lot of bad energy that night, I think.
I don't remember much about the sleepover. What happened?
Well, it was for my 11th birthday, and Mom allowed me to throw a sleepover. And this was going to be a big one because she wanted me to have a real party. So I got to invite all of my little friends from elementary school, and I somehow convinced her to let me rent a Nintendo 64, which you have to put down a $200 safety deposit, which really gave her an aneurysm.
Damn. We didn't even have Game Boys.
No, we weren't allowed to have consoles, so this was a big deal. A video game at the Koch household, unheard of.
At D10.
Yeah, I think it helps to paint a picture of this townhome that we lived in. It's like the house equivalent of a paper towel roll. It's very narrow and very tall. There's only one room per floor, and the walls were paper thin.
It's almost like, an Amsterdam canal home where it's 11 feet wide and 200 feet tall.
Yes, absolutely. Now, we also got to rent a movie. We got to rent Mars Attacks, which I think you might know a little bit about.
Perfect for 11-year-old boys.
I know. I couldn't think of anything ESERB rated better for. And then we just got super hopped up on pizza and cola. So everyone is bouncing off the walls. It's going wild.
I do remember that Mom tried to put on a puppet show.
Oh, she thought she was going to entertain from The Sound of Music style, 11-year-old boys hopped up on cola.
That, from what I recall, that didn't go over too well.
No, because we're evil. We're like little gremlins.
Oh, yeah. I think that, it was an old, almost like a refrigerated cardboard box.
Yeah, she had a little stage.
Cut out. Yeah, she had cut out a stage with curtains, and she would crawl in and pop out and have an actual theater production.
There were little,
and they just reached in to grab the puppets out of her hand.
She tried to hold on to the puppets from the inside, but they just slipped off along with all of her hope for trying to have a wholesome evening.
It was painted.
Yeah, it was painted blue with little star stickers on it. It would have entertained kids who were 6, but this is boys about to be teenagers. We got something to prove.
One of your friends had brought something interesting. Certainly something that fascinated me. He brought a small coin purse of polished rocks.
Whoa.
The kind of polished rocks that you find in a gift shop at the end of a museum that you just kind of run your fingers through and hope you don't catch the diseases of all the little kids that have also done the same thing.
No, but these rocks are perfect. They're shiny.
They were pretty good looking rocks, and I knew that I had to have them. This was going to be
the heist.
The beginning. This was going to be my thief story.
Your thief story. You're a little crow in this story. You're going to collect shiny rocks.
When I find something that I want, I will take it.
Yeah. Oh, who couldn't want such a thing? You can pick them up, you can hold them, you can sort them, they're shiny. You're like a little crow at this point in your life. You got to collect all the things.
I think subconsciously, this was my, my payback for. I knew that I was going to have to go to the bedroom soon.
Yeah. So the other part of this is that you were going to be banned from the sleepover. I was I'm not having Brian be in the sleepover. If my younger brother is having fun at the sleepover, that's negative fun for me. Fun is a zero-sum game.
There's something that you particularly had. Anytime when you were with your friends, it was Brian could not be around.
No, you're going to suck up the fun, dude. It's fun is zero-sum. I mean, this was my logic when I was a child. It's just so evil.
So at a certain point, I was... I think I was kicked out and sent back up to the bedroom. So what
happened is we watched Mars Attacks, and it very much like upset my like 11-year-old understanding of the world. I felt like very uncomfortable watching that movie. I was like, they're lasering over Mount Rushmore. They're killing everyone, and the president is dead. I don't like this movie.
It's like I don't
understand dark humor.
They like cut the guy's head off and sewed it onto a dog.
Yeah, that part is what set me over the edge. Like I couldn't handle that.
That's not child
now
friendly.
one of the other kids there was, I think, exposed to this kind of stuff, and he was loving it. He was just like, this is the best movie ever. Like he had already seen it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kid whose parents probably smoke and let them ride in the back seat without buckling their seatbelt.
Yeah, like we have the like glitchy porn channel where you can't really see anything. He has the real porn channel.
Yeah, he's like,
just been.
We twisted the cable so that we could get HBO.
Yeah.
They actually pay for it.
And then we also played Rush 2. Like we got the N64, and like the game that I wanted to play was just a racing game. But it was cool because it had the little the crazy level with the geometry where you could just run the cars into little ramps and they would go flying everywhere, And there was one ramp that was like orange and boob shaped, and if you just drive as fast as you can into the boobs, you like flip around all crazy and get 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, I was not there for that.
Sorry, you had to be punished. Those are the rules.
That for being the little brother.
Yeah, it's honestly unforgivable, if you really think about it. How dare you be younger? Now, I feel like I would look up in the corner and I could just see your little eyeballs like poking out from behind the banister. Were you able to like observe anything?
I think, with the creaking, you would immediately sniff out
the Metal Gear sound effect.
I was not allowed to join in the festivities.
You know who else could like the tiniest noise would just set them off is Matt. He came downstairs every 30 minutes and was like, "You guys got to get to sleep." He was so mad. I don't think they slept. I don't think the parents slept at all. We were way too loud.
That was his main character trait.
Yeah. So we did actually stay up all night somehow, even though Matt came down 6 times to yell at us. Oh my God. Now I think one kid might have just passed out, but another kid I remember was able to stay up all night by just reading Harry Potter. Like that was his secret weapon. He brought a Harry Potter book.
Oh my God, that must have been like Harry Potter 1 or Harry Potter 2.
It was like the first one, yeah. We were all miserable in the morning because nobody could sleep. And I think the parents all came to pick up their kids super early, like 9 a.m.
I do remember that next morning. And when the parents came, everyone was packing up their stuff. And this kid could not find his little golden purse of
they're missing.
Shiny rocks.
They're missing. I wonder how that happened.
I wonder too. I think he started crying.
My shiny rocks, my precious rock.
My shiny.
I was gonna sort them by color later.
Yeah. So, and he was scouring the entire apartment. I do remember Mom, making everyone kind of look for them because, no one was going to leave. He wasn't going to let anybody leave until he found his little rocks. And I helped. I was looking for them too.
Did Mom suspect anything of you?
She did.
And she had a right to.
Played it cool.
Oh.
She had a right to. So she was like, "Brian, do you know where these rocks are? Did you did you take them? Are they up in your room? And I was like, they are not in the room. I do not have.
She's like tearing apart your closet, all your hiding spaces.
I do not have possession of these rocks.
So where were they, Brian?
The night before, when everyone was distracted, they were on the floor next to his backpack, I believe. And I ever so gingerly, while you guys were distracted, pushed the rocks, the little coin purse of rocks, under the couch.
Oh.
I did it such that in case someone actually did decide to look under the couch, they would be close enough that it could be mistaken that they were just accidentally pushed under there.
Not so far as to be like someone purposely put them
not so
here.
far as like someone hid these rocks.
No.
It's like they are 2-3 inches beyond the curtain. If no one looked under the rocks, they're mine.
Yep. Wow, so sneaky. So sneaky.
I think I waited another day.
All day
Before I waited for, no one was there, no one, and I just
a whole day.
I looked under, they were still there.
That's self-control of like a block of steel at this age. Like kids, like because this is an age where kids cannot like be left in a room with a marshmallow, and you were able to like hold off on grabbing the rocks for a whole day
because they were already mine. I didn't need to hold on to them.
You knew
because
you had claimed your
already
prize.
Owned them.
You had claimed your shiny prize.
They were tucked away deep in the recesses of my mind. I was already playing with them. And so
in your mind palace, you were arranging them by color.
Palace.
You were like, this one's the turquoise one, this one's the ruby one.
Yeah, and so like the next day I go in and find them, and I'm in the bedroom and I'm playing with them and I am arranging them and kind of coming up like, what does this one do? It's just a rock.
Yeah, but
and
it's shiny.
Eventually, and maybe days, maybe weeks later, Mom catches me playing with them.
And
I think I was like, oh, I found them under the couch. They were under the couch the whole time.
How did they get there?
She knew immediately that, she gave me that look like, you little shithead.
You little shit.
Stole.
We looked everywhere for these.
It was such a long time. I mean, it was like a week.
It was a week.
She didn't want to like take them away and like give them back to the kid.
It's called the statute limits had applied at D10.
Yeah.
A week, it's fine. It's not legally responsible for this anymore.
I will have you know, I still have them.
Still have the rocks? Damn.
I still have them with the little coin purse. They're a bit raggedy, but the rocks are just as shiny.
Whoa.
And I keep it in a little treasure chest of,
oh my god,
little knickknacks.
So you made out like a little Ravenhold thief.
I made out like a bandit.
And we were never allowed to have a sleepover again at D10.
Well, I didn't know, all the going-ons from the downstairs. So I appreciate knowing all the things that I missed out on.
I mean, you just missed Pierce Brosnan getting his head sewn onto a chihuahua. Like, it was weird. I didn't like it. Well, thanks for telling me your part of this story. I'm glad you still have those rocks, my dude.
I do. I cherish them to this day.